You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
When you can bank on the go, anywhere you go, knowing that answers to your questions are just a phone call away, and that there's a friendly face to guide you when you need it, we think you're going to like it, because it's banking that fits your life. With all the technology you need, backed by service you can trust. Banking on the go, from people that you know. That's Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, investing in you.
Victor the lead!
Headed by McQuaid, and in they score! The Braves get it back. Quick shot! And a score for Canandaigua!
Wide open for Ozzy! He gets it! Touchdown McQuaid! Punch! Counter punch!
Out on the shot and a goal!
Dribble handoff to Shatters. What do you think? Bang! Brings heaven. Let's see, they shoot it! Score!
Good evening and welcome to Don Quinn Field at East Rochester High School and the Varsity Media Sports Network for tonight's Section 5 Class B Girls Lacrosse Championship game between the number 1 Victor Blue Devils and the second-seeded Canandaigua Braves. My name is Steve Bradley, and I'm being joined tonight on color commentary by Pete Bell, and we're happy to bring you this game, which is really a clash of the Titans in Section 5, Pete.
Yeah, very exciting, Steve. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to this. Should be a good one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it can match. Hopefully it'll match the last game. What a thriller that was. Congrats to Palmac and Aquinas, and Palmac pulling that one out at the end. What a great game.
And the tale of the tape, these teams did meet on May 2nd, a 6-2 win by Victor. Victor comes in with a 17-1 record, averaging 13 goals a game, gives up 5. Head coach is Nikki Frunze. Leading scorer, Ava Pronti, who's headed to Duke with 56 goals. And the defending champion, Canandaigua Braves, at 15-3. They score 12.2. Defense gives up 7.2. They're coached by Ronnie Davis. And the leading scorer is a sophomore, his daughter, Hannah Davis, with 57 goals this season. 2 dynamic teams, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, those are some elite players. I mean, there's a bunch. I think the college commits are pretty plenty. Yeah, it's crazy for these. Just watching them warm up and watching the kids move the ball, and this should be fun. I mean, when you're getting into that 40, 50 goal range at any level, that's elite. That's above and beyond what what's a good player. So this should be fun.
Yep, and the road to tonight's game, Canandaigua with a 2-seed open sectional play with a 15-6 win over Webster Schrader. It's 15-10 win in the semifinals over Irondequoit to earn the date here tonight. And Victor 19-5 over Spencerport in its quarterfinal matchup, 15-2 over Brighton, and the Blue Devils are back here tonight. And Pete, they come in ranked number 2 in the country by USA Lacrosse magazine, and Coach Nikki Frunze, her team can do it all.
It's fantastic, and to have a local a Section 5 team too be ranked that high is incredible. How cool is that we get to watch this elite level of lacrosse? It's great.
It is, and we are just excited because these are 2 of the best teams. They're about to announce the starting lineups, so we will roll through them as well. Starting for Canandaigua in goal is Maggie Cross. The defense is Nola Weaver, Caroline Lytle, and Rose Haney. Midfield, Abby Herod, who is committed to Boston College. McKenna Krause, Eliza Blazak, and Maya Herman, top defender. I think we're going to see some interesting things with Maya on defense tonight. Liv Shore, 45 goals, a good player up top. Rachel Bennett, Kohler Neiman, and Hannah Davis round out the attack. Those are the starters for Canandaigua. And when you look at the Victor lineup, you start with Kennedy Shotland in goal. A defense that is very stingy. They only gave up 2 goals in the first game against Canandaigua. It's number 4, Elena Andre, number 2, Grace Callahan, and number 24, Ava Pezzamenti. Dynamic midfield, Devin Livingston, number 11, the sophomore. Second in Section 5 in draw controls, actually, to Herod. Amber DeRosa, Madison Mabbitt, and Olivia Bruno. Olivia Bruno is headed to Virginia. And then we look at the high-powered attack. Ava Pronti, the leading scorer in Section 5 with 127 points, headed towards Duke. Sophomore Libby Boland, Caitlin Keenan, another senior, and Marin Savage, a junior who will play her college lacrosse at Binghamton. So a powerful lineup for Coach Frunze's Blue Devils, and a dynamic opponent in Canandaigua. Pete, how much as a coach, you're an assistant coach at Roberts Wesleyan, you've been around the game for a long time. These teams played about a month ago. How much can you learn from the first game and apply it in a second game when you play an opponent twice?
Well, the fact that Canandaigua only put 2 on them the last game is pretty incredible. And I really doubt that they're going to be that low on the scoreboard tonight. But listen, it's a brand new game. That game, I mean, I think you look at film and you build on what you did right and try to improve on obviously what you didn't do right. Victor, what was it, 6-2 that game?
6-2, yeah.
6-2. So, I mean, 6 isn't a lot of goals either. So, obviously, that was a defensive battle. So, that part of it, it's a brand new game. I mean, you take a little bit of it, take bits and pieces, but you got to move on. And tonight's a whole different ball game. So. And
actually, in my pregame conversation with Coach Davis, he really only promised one thing. Yeah. He said, we're going to score more than 2 goals. Yeah, so I think right? they've looked at the film. They're going to look to establish some matchups, and he really said the keys for Canandaigua are to have good possessions, take opportunities away, and keep it close and turn it into a one-half game.
Yep.
And for Victor, Coach Frunze wants her team to stay composed, play the lacrosse that they played all season, and just be in the moment and not think about the past and think about the present and just carry out their duties.
Well, I think all the hype is now. I think once that opening draw goes up and the kids just concentrate on playing ball, that's what will happen. Now the nerves are hitting them. You might see a couple errant passes or a couple turnovers early on, but I think once they get into the game, it's going to be a good, clean, fun game.
Pete mentioned the opening draw. The opening draw is coming up in just a couple of minutes. Up until then, we are going to take a break on the Varsity Media Sports Network, come back with that opening draw in the Section 5 Class B Lacrosse Championship game.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
And welcome back to East Rochester High School for the Section 5 Class B Girls Lacrosse Championship game. Headed to the draw circle now, 2 of the best in Section 5. Canandaigua's Abby Herod, number 2. And for Victor, number 11, Devin Livingston, a dynamic sophomore. And Pete Bell is joining me. I'm Steve Bradley. Pete, possession so important in lacrosse. What do you look for in the draw circle here?
For sure. Well, you know what? It's huge. I mean, obviously, you get the ball more than your opponent, good things are going to happen. So, it might take a little while for them to work each other out, but it's such a cool dynamic to see what happens in that center circle, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Abby
such
Herod
a chess match.
Leads Section 5 with 136. Devin Livingston right up there with 110. And the opening draw will be controlled by Victor. It's Victor, number 2, that was Grace Callahan. Midfielder bringing it in, and the Blue Devils get settled behind. They're up top to number 21, Olivia Bruno. Bruno to DeRosa, Amber DeRosa.
Looks like we got a face guard on up top.
Face guard on Pronti. behind the net.
Looks like up top and behind, right?
So 2 players. So that Ava Pronti and so how do you combat that, Pete?
Well, there's 2 ways to go about it. You can either try to get your player the ball, or you can take your player out and play 5-man ball.
Amber DeRosa feeds in front, and Libby Boland finishes.
Great luck.
The sophomore Libby Boland off the feed from Amber DeRosa, and Victor takes a 1-0 lead just 51 seconds into the game. Pete, what do we see here?
Well, found that soft spot in the middle, Steve. I mean, what a great pass.
Super cut there, too, by Boland. Came from behind the net.
Great catch. She had to kind of turn, plant her foot, or actually was coming off her back foot and finished. Great shot. Another cutter was coming through, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle that face guard, or that double face guard if they continue with it.
And the movement off the ball there, Pete, the timing on that was just perfect, wasn't it?
Yep. And that soft spot in the middle, I mean, you have to play, you have to stay ball side defensively on that middle inside the 8, right? You give that up, it's a quick catch and shoot.
And a super finish, too, for the sophomore. That's Libby Boland's. She came in with 14 goals, so that's her 15th of the season. As Canandaigua gains possession off the draw, it's number 8, Liv Shore, who has possession on the far side. Drops it down to 22, Nora Weaver. Behind the goal, that's Hannah Davis. Hannah Davis, the sophomore, leading scorer for the Braves. Feeds in front. DeRosa with the defense, but it is picked up by Kraus. Side of the goal. Liv Shore back up top for Herod. A reset for Canandaigua. Abby Herod headed to Boston College next year. Big, strong player. Makes the move, gets inside the 8. And there is a whistle, and it is going to be a foul.
Just a little late on that slide. Great take. Almost there on that slide, just a little late, so caused her to put the foul on.
So Abby Herod, Pete, comes into the game tonight with where's her point total? Oh, 37 goals, 24 assists, 61 points. What are you looking to do here on the 8-meter?
Well, she's got a great look, right? Center hash, just off center hash. So righty, it's a great look.
And pick the corner.
Whoa. That go in?
Yeah,
wow.
Abby Herod picks the corner, evens things up for Canandaigua.
Wow.
Off the free position shot. And you were setting it up, Pete. She had a good angle. She went and she went far side, just tucked it inside the post.
Yeah, she went off stick. I thought it hit pipe. Off stick. Wow. Just got it past her hip. Great shot. Yep. See, that's what you want to do. You want to go opposite stick side. Goalies don't like that when you go that side. It's tough for them to get that stick over to that side. So great finish. Great shot.
Anticipation. It looked like she knew what she was going to do before she did it. And that the mental part of it is big, too.
No doubt.
So it's Herod and Livingston return to the draw circle. Draw controls right now, Pete, even 1-1, as is the game.
And that's your score, right? So.
But for Canandaigua, how important is it if they're only scoring 2 goals a month ago to get one within the first 3 minutes?
It's huge. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say it's important for them to get off to a good start, and they've already, they're almost halfway, or they're halfway there to where they were the whole game. So that for their confidence is huge.
It's Marin Savage for Victor into the offensive end, up top to Amber DeRosa. And Coach Davis said that they want to keep this game close as long as they can. And when you're the underdog, he even said,
well, listen,
we got nothing to lose.
There's no game past this game, right? So,
well, there is states.
I mean, for Section 5, right? So this is a huge game for them. So hey, just play your game, right?
Up top, Olivia Bruno. Look, what do we got? A 3-second call, Pete, inside. It looked like.
Were they setting up?
It looked like it may have been a defensive 3-second.
Yeah,
so the
could have been
from the official. And so Ava Pronti will get the start.
They wouldn't have set up back there, though, Steve. I'm not sure what that was, but.
So Pronti on the move.
Charge.
Call the charge.
Yeah.
What a great job there. That was Maya Herman, I believe.
That's such a subjective call, though. You know what I mean? I mean, she's moving, but, it's that can go either way a lot of times.
Maya Herman, number 4 for Canandaigua, a fantastic basketball player. the charges. Lacrosse has components of basketball, and she was able to take that charge and earn the turnover. And Coach Davis said that was a big emphasis in practice, was to be able to stand in there and take that charge to get the turnovers.
Multi-sport athletes, right, Steve? That's awesome. It shows there, and that's possession for your team, right?
Possession, and not only for your team, you take away something in the scoring area for Victor.
Yep.
So, great play early on the defensive end for the Braves. And here comes Herman again into the offensive zone, and the Braves will be able to get settled in here and go to work. It's Kohler Neiman up number 5 into number 22. That's Nora Weaver. Everybody's getting a touch here, looks like, is Rachel Bennett. And here comes Kohler Neiman, and it's over to Hannah Davis. Hannah Davis, very fun player to watch, sophomore, very dynamic. And Liv Shore up top. Liv Shore's committed to Stony Brook, the junior. To Abby Herod. Canandaigua looks confident, Pete.
They're letting them play outside. They're letting them move the ball. They're really not putting pressure on until the ball's getting inside that 12 meter. So, defensively, Victor's being patient.
That's Herod into Weaver and Bennett. Back to Neiman.
They're looking for that gap, that 1v1 gap.
Yeah,
it's good defense.
Canandaigua did want to play 7-on-7 and look for mismatches.
Yeah.
And Liv Shore takes it up top, and Herod will get him a restart as we are under 5 minutes. 5 minutes in, just 5.5 minutes in here. 1-1, Canandaigua and Victor, the top two teams in the seeds in Section 5 Class B lacrosse, and certainly a lot of people thought that this is the game we would see tonight. Is Hannah Davis, the sophomore, uses the screen.
No, that's
the roll. There's a double team. They got the takeaway, right?
Oh, she got it back. Great job. Oh.
Whistle. So Canandaigua and Victor, geographically close, competitive. A lot of these girls play on the same club teams, a lot of familiarity.
Yep.
You kind of anticipated, like, the first few minutes there would be kind of a feeling out process like a fight.
Yeah, there definitely is a feeling out. You can tell. I think we'll see more of a flow to this game as we go along. Right now, they're being patient. They're working the ball. They're seeing what the defense is doing. So it'll be interesting to see long possessions. Haven't really seen any fast break yet.
And I think that was an emphasis, too, for Canandaigua. Coach Davis said, in no uncertain terms, we do not want to get into a track meet.
Yeah.
And the transition for Victor, as we look at Olivia Bruno go, shot wide, backed up by Boland. Libby Boland, the sophomore. Out top to Amber DeRosa.
Same thing, giving them room outside.
It's still the double face guard, Pete, it looks like?
Yeah, it looks
like
right
on Livingston.
Yeah, right here.
And Pronti.
Just got the ball.
But Pronti got free, fed it across the Boland.
Yeah. Got him into shooting space. See, that quick ball movement, which that ball was zipping there. So, it moves so fast that you can't react defensively and you get caught in shooting space there. So, good ball movement by Victor.
So, looks like it'll be 13 Amber DeRosa with a free position shot for Victor. She's got the hash, walks in, shoots wide, and
good
it's backed up by Victor. So explain the shooting space in that rule, Pete, in terms of sometimes people who don't know women's and girls lacrosse, that's a little tricky.
Yeah,
Pronti goes to work in front.
Oh, what a great save.
Madison Mabbitt had a good look and a big save there by Maggie Cross, the junior goalie for Canandaigua.
A little wide. So shooting space basically is when you're – as that ball moves, if a defender is in your lane to the goal where you're taking a shot, she's in shooting space. You get a free position shot inside the 8 meter.
Devin Livingston, the sophomore draw control specialist, midfielder extraordinaire for Victor with the ball there. And she was getting a face guard, too, it looked like, from number 6, Eliza Blazak. So Canandaigua going to work on the defensive end. DeRosa up top. 1-1, 16.5 minutes to go. DeRosa behind the net to Mabbitt. Madison Mabbitt. And we have a whistle. And Victor will maintain possession. Mabbitt will start play. Comes up top. And when you're Victor, when you're surveying the defense, what else are you looking for, Pete?
Well, I think they're trying to figure those face guards out. And the girls are moving. Oh, nice save.
Yeah, great save there.
The face guarded girls from Victor are moving. So it's interesting to see what they'll do. And they've gotten the ball a couple times. But, I mean, they got a couple good looks there. Goalie made two outstanding saves there. But
Olivia Bruno, the senior midi, had an angle, got a good low shot, and it just was Maggie Cross came up with the save and was able to get the ball back for Canandaigua. So we're approaching 10 minutes into this game, or 2 5-minute segments in the first half, and Canandaigua, I would say, is right where they want to be.
Yeah.
Canandaigua looking to break the pressure. It's Caroline Lytle. Defenseman, balls on the turf, scooped up by Olivia Bruno. And here comes Victor. Let's see if they've got numbers. No, Canandaigua was able to slow it down. And Amber DeRosa splits 3 defenders. Ball's on the turf, but it'll stay with the Blue Devils. DeRosa up top for the restart. And we have Victor, which scored very early, Pete. Gone 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I mean,
close to 10 minutes.
We're 10 minutes in, 1-1. So it is the chess match. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can get on a run, right?
Right.
I think if somebody can get 2 in a row, get some momentum, I think that'll be. And who knows? It could go back and forth just like the first game did.
Yeah, and which 2 in a row in lacrosse isn't always a lot, but in a game like this, it may be more significant. Looked like they had a cutter open the far side, didn't see. And here comes Victor. It's Devin Livingston. Got space, goes in. Is that going to be shooting space? Devin Livingston. And she, this year, Pete, has been fantastic with shooting space. She has 16 8-meter goals this year.
All right, well.
A total of 44, 16 in the 8-meter, so she'll get a look
here.
She's
giving her that off-stick high, see if she's trying to bait her there. Let's see.
Oh, Devin Livingston cuts across,
great
goes
patience.
backside, and just delivers. What a goal. Victor leads it 2-1. Here we are on the replay, Pete. Livingston.
Yeah, great patience bringing it in. Sometimes, kids will just take 2 or 3 steps. You got it all the way in, was able to get that stick back across their body. Hard for a goaltender to read that. Great finish.
Is that a difficult shot, going back that way?
For sure. I mean, what some of these kids are able to do with their sticks, especially when you see it slowed down like that, it's pretty cool. There is the chess match too. How many steps are you going to take? Where is the defense? It's reading all these different things in a matter of 2 or 3 seconds. Nice clean finish.
And just part of it is preparation too. You would suspect these teams have both watched film and they have an idea of what they're going to do.
Yep.
As the draw control goes to Canandaigua. So Braves get a chance to answer here. There's Nora Weaver in the offensive end. And Canandaigua, just a young team. We mentioned that these two teams met in the finals last year. Canandaigua won 9-7, but they graduated 9 seniors. So it may be a rematch in the teams, but it's really a rematch in name only, especially with McKenna Davis, Coach Davis's older daughter, now at Boston College. She had 5 goals and 2 assists in that last championship game. Mm-hmm. And there's Hannah Davis, his sophomore daughter, with the ball behind the net, looking for an opportunity, surveying the defense, looking to create. She leads the Braves in goals and assists and has close to 90 points this season.
Wow.
88 points. So
she's the quarterback of the offense. So
there's Rachel Bennett. Cutter comes around. It's Nora Weaver. And Canandaigua just trying to get a feel for what's there. Look for some matchups in the 7-on-7. Abby Herod. Good defense there, though. Mm-hmm. Pete, they're taking it away.
Coming out a little bit on her.
That's Grace Callahan, who's one of the quickest defenders Coach Frunze's ever seen. Grace headed to Michigan.
Great pass. Wow.
Herod in front.
Oh, pipe.
Ball's not in. Great pass. Yeah, but whistle and. The reaction by Abby Herod was that she thought that she had scored, but that's happened a couple of times tonight.
Listen, it moves so fast. Sometimes you can't tell, right? That the way that came off, it looked like pipe. Could have came off her stick.
So Canandaigua maintains possession. Hannah Davis quarterbacking out front to Abby Herod. Herod, the senior. Directing traffic on the side, it's Rachel Bennett. You like the patience by Canandaigua?
Yeah. They, it looks like they're trying to set something up. They're liking that side here where the ball's at now. But it's good to get it through and get it backside, too. You got to keep that defense moving.
Ball's on. A little bit of an unforced there. Kennedy Shotland, the Victor goaltender who's headed to Villanova, picks up the ground ball, and it's Ava Pezzamenti who Coach Frunze called. Wow, good pressure there. Nora Weaver all over on the right there. Yeah. Ava Pezzamenti, key to that Victor defense. She's a vocal leader. Coach Frunze said she's the best communicator she's ever coached on the back end.
Well, listen, that's the key on defense, right? You got to play as one and being vocal. And
Grace Callahan, the transition. How's that to get it clear?
Looked like she had a lane. She was probably thinking twice about it, right?
Yep. Maybe didn't believe the room in front of her.
Yeah.
Ava Pronti is marked by Maya Herman there. That's a matchup we're gonna see all night long. Pronti, the leading scorer in Section 5 with 127 points, 56 goals, 71 assists. And she loves to make the pass, loves to feed. She doesn't have to score. So I think if they're going to continue to play this defense with a double face guard, she's going to look for cutters, right?
Yeah.
Keep the ball moving. That's where the opportunities come from.
I mean, sometimes those assists are as good, if not better, than goals. I mean, you got to love assisted goals.
So Pronti will restart. Amber DeRosa, number 13. To Olivia Bruno. Back up top. Looks like they're running quite a bit of it through Bruno, 21 right now.
Yeah.
Libby Boland. DeRosa. And there's Devin Livingston. One of the things, Pete, that's impressed me about Victor is the quickness and the speed. And Coach Frunze has a background coaching college. She conditions her athletes as much as she can. And Devin Livingston, it's waved off. She found the back of the net, but I think the whistle was first.
And before? Yeah.
And so we're going to be looking at a second free position opportunity for Devin Livingston. Devin Livingston. Fired it wide, backed up by Madison Mabbitt.
She dipped in between the two. He must have called a push before that goal.
The goal that wasn't a goal.
Yeah.
Ava Pronti there on the side. Out top to Amber DeRosa. So how many free position shots does a player have in their repertoire? Do you do the same thing all the time, or do you mix it up?
I think you got to mix it up. I mean, not everybody can just stand on that 8-meter and crank a shot off, You definitely, because like you said, people, other teams are watching film on you too, so you have to have some different looks. And be creative with your stick like that last goal, right?
Bruno behind for Keenan. Mabbitt was the cutter in front there. Looked like she was hoping for the ball. Here comes Pronti. Double team Liv Shore and Maya Herman. So they're two players on the double team there for Pronti, but behind the net she didn't really have much space to work with. Pronti outside the 8-meter. Did they call?
I don't. Yeah, he called that. Okay, here we go. I didn't know why she was setting up there.
Yeah, I wasn't. I thought if anything it was behind goal. There wasn't going to be an 8-meter, and there's not. So that Canandaigua.
You gotta love the defense on both sides, though.
Yeah,
Steve. I mean, I love it. I love a game like this.
So much talent and so many great athletes that they're in a lot of games. These athletes, their ability they're able to overwhelm their opponents. But here we are, 17 minutes into the game, 2-1, and it's exciting. It's not a boring 2-1. It's a very exciting 2-1.
Not at all.
Madison Mabbitt for Victor. Mabbitt headed to Mercer College.
That's a nice catch.
DeRosa with a catch. And there's going to be...
by that pass being high, she had to extend her body up. So believe it or not, that pass being, high and kind of out of reach helped her
to create
created
the foul.
that foul, yeah.
So Amber DeRosa,
center hash right here.
senior midfielder, headed to Villanova. DeRosa has 18 goals on the season, 5 from the 8-meter.
Oh, nice
and
save.
Great save by Cross. Maggie Cross, that's three big saves, Pete.
Yeah.
And that's what a team that is looking for the upset. You get a couple big saves from your goalie, that can be turning point.
That definitely could turn it. And center hash is advantage to the shooter too. So that's great for her taking those angles away, right?
Yep. And as a young Canandaigua team, they start, I believe, 6 sophomores and a freshman.
Wow.
And so for them to be hanging in like this has got to be building confidence.
Yeah, these kids get better and better. Nice check that.
Yeah, that was Livingston with the trail check, right?
Good time checks though. I mean, they're getting away from the head. Oh, wow.
How about that defensive pressure by Ava Pronti? She's the leading scorer in Section 5. And just forced that turnover. And now Victor's got the unsettled situation where she's looking towards goal. She's going to pull it back, though, Pete. You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they really didn't have the numbers there. So, like we talked about, 2 or 3 goal difference could be the difference in this game.
Whistle.
Offsides, maybe.
So Canandaigua, they'll bring Maya Herman back behind the 25, and they'll get the restart going. So, I mean, if you're Canandaigua, though, you've got to be thrilled with the defense. 2-1 right now.
Yep, for sure.
And, I mean, Victor's had a couple chances that just the goalie Maggie Cross has come up big, and we've got ourselves, a nice close game as we roll toward 5 minutes left in the first half here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Good pressure behind, too.
Good pass.
Just wheeled,
And what a finish, too. There's Ava Pronti, and I think there, Pete, like you've said, sometimes it's the pass that's the goal, but a great catch and shoot by Ava Pronti.
Yep.
It's her 57th of the year, and let's take another look, Pete. Out top, it's DeRosa, hits Pronti. The jump shot high over the stick, opposite stick side, right?
That's a perfectly timed cut. I mean, she timed that, right, got away from her defender. Full speed, right? Changes speed, change of direction. Wide open. Great finish, great catch, great feed.
Yeah, and, she's been scoring a lot of goals all season long and creating plays. And in big games, you look for your senior leaders to step up and get that momentum-changing goal. Coach Frunze, she told me that Pronti was her quarterback and her point guard, but right there she was the closer too.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's all-around player, right?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them out here.
And a draw controlled by Devin Livingston, who brings it in for Victor. Livingston still with it, shoots. Another big save by Maggie Cross. Rebound to Victor. I think the Blue Devils were feeling some momentum right there.
Yeah.
That was a good look.
Yeah, that was a good take. Fortunate to get possession back on that. And then you could see they're calling to calm it down.
Olivia Bruna. Here's DeRosa. We got a shooting space there, Pete? It's
I think that
outside the 8, right?
Yeah, I think that was a hold.
And they'll get the restart with Caitlin Keenan. Caitlin Keenan, another senior for Victor, and she is going to be headed to Bentley. So tons of division. There's a nice feed inside to Mabbitt. Mabbitt goes to goal and finishes off the restart.
Good
Madison Mabbitt.
Good body positioning, protecting her stick, right?
And patience, too.
Yep, muscled her way in.
You see she's uncovered coming from the side.
Watch what she does with her stick. Protects it, brings it in, and then what a great finish. Wow.
Textbook, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you want to do it. And sometimes the hardest thing when a player is open is the patience, correct?
Yep.
And is that something that's taught, learned, or is it just natural?
Well, it's instinct. I think a lot of it's natural. I mean, it comes from playing, but a lot of it is just reading that defender. Canandaigua needs a draw here.
Yep. Yep. That is 3 in a row for Victor. 4-1 lead for the Blue Devils. 4:10 left here in the first half, and you've felt the field tilt a little towards Victor in the last couple of minutes. So big draw here for Abby Herod for Canandaigua, Devin Livingston. And Herod pushes it forward, and there's going to be a violation of Victor.
Yeah,
so Canandaigua gets what they need. They get possession.
Yeah, okay. They're playing too much defense, so this is they need to be patient and get one in the back of the net here.
What does that do to the legs in a game like this when you're on defense all the time?
It's just it's advantage offense, right? Most of the time. So the longer the possession is, the more advantage goes to the offense. You know, you keep getting those second possessions, those third possessions. It's really tough to stop that ball from going in. So this is huge for Canandaigua here.
Yeah. Do you take your time and look for a grade A opportunity?
Yeah.
No need to rush.
4-2 is you're right there. 5-1's a completely different story. So next goal is huge.
There's Liv Shore up top, and number 25 for Canandaigua has made a couple of good plays. McKenna Kraus, Pete. She's a sophomore, team's most improved player, and maybe she's going to be factoring in here on the offense. She scored a couple of big goals, and she's got the size and the speed, and Coach Davis called her the most improved player. Flag is up as Liv Shore look for shooting space. Is she going to get the free position here?
Yep, that was inside.
So great opportunity here to get that second goal for Liv Shore, the junior for Canandaigua. Looking for her 50th of the season. She comes in with 49, 60 points. Shore goes to cage and scores.
Wow.
Top shelf.
Great shot.
Yeah, Liv Shore teed it up and ripped it home, and it is 4-2 with Victor leading Canandaigua with 2:58 left. So she knew what she was doing here, right, Pete?
Again, off stick, high.
And she's kind of staring her down.
Yeah.
She's looking at the opportunities. The defenders converge. And
just a great shot.
Yeah, over the shoulder, bar down, as they would say in hockey.
Well, she was able to get her hands back, so she was able to get a lot of power on it. So great finish. That was big for Canandaigua.
Yep, so 4-2 with the 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And a fast-moving first half.
Yeah, no doubt. I think Canandaigua needs to keep it either here or continue to build on this. You know what I mean? You don't want to go 3-4 goals down into half. So these next couple possessions are huge.
Yeah, Coach Davis said to make it a one-half game, he wanted to be within one or two at halftime.
There you go.
And possession
great
goes to Herod, and there's Kraus. And Canandaigua will look to settle down and get that quality look.
A little more pressure coming out now.
Now, what's the defensive that we're seeing here on Hannah Davis, number one? Victor, they playing straight man here?
Yeah. I mean, I think they're trying to take away that the lanes and the 1v1. If anybody's getting a step, they're quick to double to it. So,
yep. Kohler Neiman from behind the cage comes out in front, and and then that's the thing with the Victor defense. They've been together a long time. Coach Frunze says that they don't even have to talk. They know how to react just by watching the movement of their teammates, and that's what senior experience and quality players do. And here's Hannah Davis gets in.
Great look.
Oh, great shot.
That's a
great save,
great
too.
Save. That was a great shot.
Yeah, Hannah Davis created the look.
You can see once that player gets her shoulders turned, you can just tell 1 or 2 steps, and she got a good look there. That was a nice save.
It looked like she was trying to go 5-hole, and Kennedy Schottland got
away.
the stick down. And nice and quick. Schottland headed to Villanova, and she is the emotional leader of the defense. And Coach Frunze says she's maybe the most clutch goalie she's seen, and she came up big right there.
Both sides, goaltending's been fantastic.
Yeah. 90 seconds here to go in the first half at East Rochester High School, Varsity Media Sports Network. The Victor Blue Devils with a 4-2 lead over Canandaigua as Grace Callahan brings the ball into the offensive end for the Blue Devils and leaves it for Devin Livingston.
I think they're going to look to get last shot here. Steve, I'm thinking they'll probably hold maybe around 30 and then try to attack and see. Maybe even under 30.
I was going to say, is 30 too soon if you want to, worst case scenario, go up 2? I mean, how long do you wait? There's no shot clock.
It depends on what, and that's the beauty of the high school game is you can, I guess not.
Pronti in front, finishes. Yeah. Eva Pronti with a quick feet and the quick finish and a nice feed from Amber DeRosa.
Basically the same type of, just that quick change of direction and just, God, she's able to, let's see.
But there's a hole there. She beats 2 people. It's the movement without the ball that creates it, right?
Yeah.
And then where's the shot?
Great roll dodge.
Roll dodge opposite side?
Yeah.
And, again, Pronti, 2 goals here in the first half, the only multiple goal scorer in the game, and the top scorer in Section 5. And I think if we're looking for where Victor's gotten its separation on these goals, it's the movement without the ball. The cutters have gotten to the spaces and they've delivered the pass.
It's the quick feet. It's so hard to anticipate. And the roll dodge is kind of a lost art, I think, especially in the girls' game. I love it when I see that, just that quick rollback. It's so hard to defend, especially in the 8.
Battle on the draw circle. Livingston and Herod going after it. Herod comes clean.
We got a shot. They got plenty of time.
That is big. Canandaigua with a chance to answer.
Yep.
Now, if you're Canandaigua, do you take it all the way down?
Yeah.
So
2 goals, 5-3 is right where you want to be.
5-3 in the last goal of the half with the momentum, right? Remember the clock runs. Herod with a quick feed into short. She delivers. Wow, that was almost like a fake spike in football. Yeah. They lulled them to sleep. Liv Shore got the opening and delivered the nice bounce shot off the pass from Abby Herod. Here we go.
The defender. Let's see. On the restart, right? Yeah.
Well, a great slide to open space.
She had the slide to go to ball, and it was just a great little. She dumped herself inside and a little dump pass in. Great finish. Still 23 seconds. Plenty of time.
Yeah, huge goal, though, for Canandaigua.
Isn't that funny, though? You go all that time with no scoring, then all of a sudden, bing, bing.
And some of it, too, right? Fun. We're talking about taking it all the way down. But sometimes if you're not going to get a better opportunity than that, you got to take it, right?
Take it. Yep, if it's there. And you can tell the level that these kids are playing, that they recognize that,
Yeah, it almost feels like an NBA game, right?
Yep.
2 for 1.
Yep.
But draw control here could be big either way.
Plenty of time.
And these are going 50-50 too. Here's Victor with a chance in the last 20 seconds of the first half. Grace Callahan around the end, cuts toward goal, looking for a cutter. Callahan goes all the way and a big save.
That looked like crossbar. I couldn't tell.
Got a time stopped out front with 4.3 seconds. Olivia Bruno.
So contact was outside. Let's see. No, he's going to set her up.
So 8-meter shot for Olivia Bruno with 4.3 seconds left. Olivia Bruno, a Virginia commit. The officials are talking here. The officials are talking, but as of now, it looks like Bruno's going to get the opportunity. So key play right here, Pete.
Yeah.
Either way, if Victor scores, it's great momentum. If Canandaigua gets the stop. Olivia Bruno, senior midfielder for Victor. 4.3 seconds to go here in the first half. Blue Devils lead 5-3. Fires high.
That'll do it.
And what a first half. What a first half.
Great first half.
The great first half. The Victor Blue Devils, the number 1 seed in Section 5 Class B, take a 5-3 lead over the Canandaigua Braves into halftime. I'm Steve Bradley. He's Pete Bell. We'll return in a few minutes for the exciting second half here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
When you can bank on the go, anywhere you go, knowing that answers to your questions are just a phone call away, and that there's a friendly face to guide you when you need it, We think you're going to like it because it's banking that fits your life. With all the technology you need, backed by service you can trust. Banking on the go, from people that you know. That's Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. Investing.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
When you can bank on the go, anywhere you go, with answers just a phone call away, it's banking that fits your life. Banking on the go from people that you know. That's Canandaigua National Bank and Trust, investing in you.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
And welcome back to East Rochester High School, site of the Section 5 Class B Girls Lacrosse Championship game between Victor and Canandaigua. My name is Steve Bradley. I am joined by Roberts Wesleyan assistant coach and longtime lacrosse coach, player, fan, Pete Bell. Pete, 5-3 Victor at the half. A great fast-moving half. What are your takeaways from both teams after the first 25 minutes?
Well, started out right. We talked about they're feeling each other out. Defensive first 15 minutes, and then they started finding some gaps. I think the next goal is huge, right? We talked about. I think Canandaigua wants to keep it within 2 and then creep creep, right? Maybe get it within one, get a tie, take a lead. I think if it gets 3 or more, it's going to just make that, like you said in lacrosse, you can score 3 goals in a minute.
Or your daughter can score 4 in 40
yeah,
seconds.
She can. Yes, she can. But I think, just mentality-wise, if Canandaigua can get that first goal, get it to 5-4, that will be gigantic for them. So can't wait to watch the second half.
2 players in the game with 2 goals. Ava Pronti for Victor with 2. Also, Libby Boland, I can talk, and number 11, Devin Livingston, and Madison Mabbitt with 1 each. For Canandaigua, Liv Shore with 2, and Abby Herod with 1. And we're in the draw circle here with matchup we've seen all night, Livingston and Herod, and it's been pretty close, Pete. For Victor got maybe 2 or 3 in a row in the middle,
yep.
but
that's when they were able to get a little gap, and so first draw is big. Can't wait. Here we go. Steve, you ready? Let's go.
We're ready. 25 minutes. It's a sprint to the finish. 2 of the best teams in not just the area but the state, wow. And it's controlled by Devin Livingston. Great job on that opening draw for Victor.
Plucked that right out of the air.
Yeah, great anticipation, right? And the Blue Devils bring it in. Devin Livingston, a sophomore, wearing number 11. Much of the offense has gone through 21. Olivia Bruno headed to Virginia. Madison Mabbitt, number 16. Number 10 is Caitlin Keenan. You'd like to get everybody a touch early just to get settled in?
Yeah, I think, just to get the second half jitters out, everybody touched the ball. It's not raining, which was great. I noticed in the first game, second half, when that rain was coming down, a lot of those passes were going low. Those pockets start to bag out. They get wet. So, that shouldn't be an issue here. Weather actually turned out pretty
Amber
nice.
DeRosa with another good feed in front.
Pipe.
Wow. Great cut there by Pronti. Had the move and denied by the iron.
Push. Wow.
So
I got to tell you,
you don't get a better look than that,
no,
do you?
And I think they hit pipe right before half too, crossbar. So that's 2 pipes. Hey, goalie's best friend, right?
That's what they say in hockey. And I think that maybe Maggie Cross Canandaigua was saying that tonight too.
Same thing.
Yep. So Victor does maintain possession. And there's DeRosa. I think DeRosa has had a really strong game, Pete. Just kind of settling things and anticipating. We got the double face guard again. Is that the Pronti inside? Oh, what a save. Maggie Cross coming up big. The junior.
Great save. How big is that? Let's see what Canandaigua can do now.
That's like 4 point-blank opportunities that she has just denied.
You got to love it.
And, big game, you want your players to step up and play well in those moments. Rachel Bennett brings it up for the Braves.
Great luck.
Here's Maggie Krause. Krause takes it into the corner, gets some space. Here's Hannah Davis. I think if you're Canandaigua, the one thing you might want to do is find a way to get Hannah Davis involved a little bit more. And obviously she's a focus of the Victor defense, but if she gets going.
Well, listen, they play great 1v1 defense. So if Canandaigua can get that ball moving and look for cutters, I think she'd do a great job off that left wing there. Good time cuts.
Gathers the ball from her feet.
Ball's got to swing.
There's a little two-player play. Kraus pop. Davis. Yep. But surveying the defense, here goes Davis. Cuts in front, looks in front, ball's not there. Kohler Neiman knocked off the ball, and I believe a foul's going to be called on Victor. That's on number 4, Elena Andre. Not happy.
Well, it's good aggressive play in the 8. I mean, it's better than a goal sometimes, I mean, you got to be careful. You want safety. You don't want anything up high, but put her on the line rather than give her that easy dump shot, Yeah.
So Kohler Neiman, 23 goals, 7 assists, 30 points. She's controlled the tempo quite a bit for Canandaigua. She'll get a chance to bring him within 1. She pulls it back.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. They had a nice set play there, though. They had a little tic-tac-toe.
That was awesome. Just missed the goal. What a great play.
It was there. She back to Herod. And you talk about the importance of moving the ball quickly, and they had that off the 8 meter.
I think they called an illegal screen there. right? Not sure. Something off ball, it looked like.
Something off ball, and Victor gets the turnover. But what a nicely designed play by Canandaigua. They just didn't connect.
Yep.
Here's Victor on the clear. That's Ava Pezzamenti. She's got daylight. She's going to keep going until somebody stops her, right?
Oh.
Well, there's a trip. Not the way you want to be stopped. Hope she's all right. She gets up. Ball's in her stick. Pezzamenti, one of the top defenders, but took advantage of the open space on the clear. And she will get it to Olivia Bruno and head back to her normal side of the field. DeRosa to Keenan. To Bruno. Bruno with good patience. They seem to be Canandaigua given a little space up top, right?
Yep.
If you're Victor, what are you looking for right now?
Well, it looks like they're trying. It looks like they're going to run a little clock. I mean, they're up. You're up 2. Like I said, next goal's big. We haven't gotten it yet, right? So,
here goes Bruno.
Setting up a little drive. Oh,
shots high.
Good recovery.
And one of the things Coach Davis mentioned is with a 25-minute half, you divide it into five mini games. So there's 5 5-minute games. And the first 5-minute game of the second half is a scoreless draw. So, and that might benefit Canandaigua probably more than Victor, right? But
this is, it's not the best hash for a righty, but I think they dropped one in last first half.
It's Olivia Bruno. Cuts the goal, goes low with a bounce shot, and scores. Great bounce shot there.
High to low.
Olivia Bruno, right? You got to change angles. And moved it there. You called it, Pete. She's looking right there. Probably 3 steps and go. 1, 2, 3. Boom, low right. Do you aim right at the ankles and try to bounce it in?
Well, it's so hard for the goalie to read that. When you change those levels, when you go high to low, it's so hard to read that ball off the stick. When it's coming, when your stick's high and you're shooting it high, it's almost like playing catch. But trying to, and plus the power, that ball's moving.
Right, the running start helps. Hands free. And 6-3 Victor, and you said that goal was
It's big. A big goal. Big goal.
Does a 3-goal lead seem bigger than a 3-goal lead?
Right now it does, but it right. Canandaigua got possession.
But Canandaigua wins the draw. They come down and do something here. We're right back where we started. At least started the second half. There's into the far corner. Nora Weaver behind the net. Hannah Davis. The sophomore has had a great season, 88 points. Daughter of Coach Ronnie Davis, and he said he's been just impressed with how she's handled being a marked player. It's something new for a sophomore, and Davis is looking to create right there. They're going to call the push on Victor.
Yeah.
And
you got to cross her body there.
And she created there. She's going to get the 8-meter and a chance. That's
hash
creating
for a lefty.
offense.
Lefty on lefty.
Hannah Davis up top. Goes in, bounce shot. Wow, finds the top corner. You liked that one, didn't you?
Well, Steve, listen, I'm a huge bounce shot guy, and that, again, we talked about the roll dodge, kind of a lost art. The bounce shot is a lost art. What a great shot. Watch this. There's really no way for that goaltender to see that and to hit that upper part of the goal.
Wow, just perfectly placed.
Awesome.
Hannah Davis gets on the board, and more importantly, she brings Canandaigua within 6-4.
Yep.
And just, I think that play right there shows a little bit of the kind of talent that's on the field right here, right?
Yeah.
In order to succeed, you have to make exceptional plays, and goals have been at a premium. There's already 10. There's more than there were in the first game.
Yep.
But they're not coming easy.
Well, I think they're starting to figure out Canandaigua whether if you got to get goals from the 8-meter, you got to get goals from the 8-meter. I mean, Victor was pressing them out first half, wasn't really giving them a lot of looks inside. So now they're able to they're creeping their way in. So
and Liv Shore gets the draw. Opportunity for the Braves. Possession so key in lacrosse because after every goal, there's a chance for either team to get possession of the ball, and Canandaigua with 2 straight draw wins there.
Really no breaks, though. No, I mean, the defenses react so quickly. There hasn't really been a lot of fast – I can't remember one fast break goal. So
no. It's either been 8-meter or it's been 7-on-7.
Yeah.
And but 18 minutes.
That stick across. Oh, it's going to give it up. We're going to try that play again.
Wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there.
No, that might be one. Once you see it, you make sure you don't let it happen again, right?
That's all right, though.
Yeah. And what's the mindset on between shooting and calling a play?
I think you just know as a shooter, you're either confident with it or you're not. And she thought, hey, I'm gonna pass it off. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Is that something the player decides, or is that a call from the bench?
Well,
or can it be either?
Coach can call it. I think it depends on the player, but either the green light or the red light, and so.
Yeah, Abby Herod being marked by Grace Callahan. That's a great matchup.
Yeah, good
number
matchup,
2 on number 2. Boy, a lot of whistles here, Pete, lately.
I don't know.
But it's going to be an opportunity for Abby Herod.
It was off. I don't know what that was.
And if you're Canandaigua, getting opportunities with the clock stopped is a great way to make a comeback. Oh, what a feed by Herod.
Wow,
and great patience and delivery there. Said Nora Weaver, 22. Yeah, what a finish.
Like I said, Steve, they're finding that middle now. They're either getting in their drive or, off ball, she had a ton of time. What a great finish. Patient.
Well, in the pass, too. And then
ball fakes. Look at that. Boom.
Great cut.
Nice.
Great fake. 2 great fakes.
Is that the freshman?
That's Nora Weaver, the freshman.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's the one who just gave up the 8-meter, right?
Yep. Yeah. So she got rewarded.
Fantastic.
And here we are with 6'5" with 16:24 to go.
Wow.
So
2 big goals right there. You can see Victor's reeling a little bit now.
Yep. And I think this is the part where Coach Frunze said, you got to stay within yourself, stay composed, play your game. You know that Canandaigua is going to give you everything. They're going to empty the tank. Victor's going to empty the tank.
I got a feeling this is going to go back and forth here, right?
Well, that's a broadcaster's dream, though.
Two of those. Listen, how about the games all the games over the weekend? Are you kidding me? You couldn't ask those all the championship games, the women's.
Yep. And there's a third straight draw control for Canandaigua. And when we get a break, Pete, I'll tell you a great story about Ronnie Davis's weekend.
Oh, I bet.
There's Weaver cutting in behind goal. And it's getting a little dark, folks. The number's a little tougher to make out, but that's Hannah Davis for Canandaigua up top to Abby Herod. Herod top of the circle. Moves it around. Live short. So Canandaigua, you scored 2 in a row. You can exhale and have some fun here, right? Look for that great opportunity.
They're playing with way more confidence. They're moving way better off ball.
Nora Weaver, the freshman again. Shoots wide, backed up by the Braves.
Last second.
Rachel Bennett there. So Ronnie Davis, we mentioned his daughter McKenna. She plays for Boston College as a freshman. So he drove to Baltimore on Friday to watch her play in the semifinals. Flew home to Canandaigua on Saturday, coached a game. Flew to Baltimore on Sunday morning to watch the finals, and then drove back to Canandaigua on Sunday night, and then was on the field with the Braves for a 9 a.m. practice. So back and forth to Baltimore twice in a weekend. That's a lot of lacrosse, too.
That's a lot. But you know what? It's a lot of fun, too.
Watching your daughters play, your daughter is a standout player. What's more fun?
Come on, that national championship game was fantastic. All of them. All those games were just, I'm watching them like, wow, this is some great, completely sold out at Homewood Field. It was on ESPN for the first time. It was just a great showcase for the
women's game. And you've followed it closely and been involved for a long time. You've just seen it explode. And
it's awesome.
And how great is it for the game and even for us, too, to have this stage with these two teams?
Listen, and I love the guys' game, too, believe me. But, and as a purist, I guess, whatever you want to call it, the girls' game, love it. Those games were way better this weekend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rachel Bennett for Canandaigua. Canandaigua, Pete, looking for to tie this game up with less than 15 minutes to go, but Victor gets the big turnover. Elena Andre comes up big with the ground ball. Victor in transition.
Got numbers here.
Wow. Great sequence, though, for the Blue Devils. Kind of steal that momentum back.
That's a great look. Backside. Got him caught in shooting space. Canandaigua recovered pretty well on it. I thought they were going to get a break off it. So
that'll be senior Caitlin Keenan.
That's a great pass.
Another 28-goal scorer, 39 points. And great chance here to give the Blue Devils their 2-goal lead back. Keenan goes in. What a save. Oh, Maggie Cross. Got the body in front.
Victor get it back?
She get it with a stick?
I think that hit off the top. It looked like it. Looked like she just deflected that up.
Squared her body up nice to the shooter, though, right?
Yeah.
That was
listen,
the key.
there really wasn't much there. I don't think she had a lot to shoot at.
And as the goalie, that's
that's the name. That's the name of the game. You step out, you take it away. You minimize the net, and that's what happens. Good things happen.
Yeah, and she has come up big all night. I mean, she's given up 6. Oh, there we go.
Great move.
Wow. What a finish right there. That's Libby Boland. She scored the first goal of the game, and the sophomore attack comes through and delivers here to give Victor a 7-5 lead with 12:57 to go. So Boland's behind the net.
Defender took that right side, and, I mean, really, it kind of looks like she got a piece of it, too, and she just came around that left side.
But what the shot there, too, was –
I think as soon as that defender committed to the right side, she saw that. And, high school, you can't go through the circle. So, she's thinking, I got her. And
she knew she had the step, and she wasn't going to lose the step.
Yeah.
So it was time and space and then a finish.
But I tell you what, goalie got a piece of that. It looked like it on the replay there. So, I mean, that was a great finish. Almost a great save.
Yep. And just high-quality play on both sides. Draw is controlled
huge here.
by Canandaigua.
Got it.
Hera DeShore. And it seems that every time that you think Victor is going to open it up a little bit, Canandaigua makes a play and comes back. Tremendous heart, both sides. Nora Weaver, the freshman, having a great night on the big stage for the Braves. Hannah Davis, coach's daughter. It looks like she might be running over to get instructions.
Yep.
And it looks like the rain's coming down too, Pete. You see it. We talked about how we had a dry field, and
is it starting? Yeah.
It looks like we've got the rain starting out. Some umbrellas popping. How will that change things in the final 12 minutes?
Well, like I said, that can impact your stick. It starts to bag on you. Like I said, I noticed in the last game a lot of those passes were going down. Your stick gets a bag on it. It'll shoot down, but it'll be interesting to see.
How about in just all these 1v1 matchups? Is it an advantage for the offense because they know where they're going and it's tougher to react as a defender?
Oh, for sure. It's usually an offense or advantage to the offense, but both defenses are playing outstanding 1v1.
Yep. So here's Abby.
Not a lot of 1v1 takes.
No, a lot of assisted goals.
Yeah.
Players aren't getting open space on their own. They're really showing that it's a team game and you need to work together to create.
Well, that's when it's the most fun to watch too, when that ball's moving, and you get those assisted goals, and we're seeing a lot of those.
So Canandaigua here, 11 minutes 22 seconds to play. Victor leads 7-5, second half, Section 5 Class B championship game.
They're trying to work, get something off ball, trying to work that left wing.
The Braves have won the last 2 Section 5 Class B championships. The Blue Devils looking for their first title since 2016. And when these teams get together, last year, Pete, the final score was 9-7 in favor of Canandaigua. And this game has a similar look and feel as we head towards the 10-minute mark. Herod goes top, hits the crossbar.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What a shot. Did you see how quick she released that? The goalie had no clue she was even going to shoot it. What a great shot.
Yeah, well, we've had Victor hit the pipe a couple of times at the other end, and now
that's easily the fourth pipe.
The Blue Devils benefit from a bounce right there. They do say, and I don't always know if it's true, but the things have a way of evening out.
Right.
And at this time that's
but those pipes, they're just so you just gasp, if you.
Because you never know where the ball's going to go after, right? You can hit the pipe and the ball can go straight down and into the net, or it can go 30 yards the other way.
The game of inches, right?
So Victor kind of slowing it down here.
Yeah.
10 minutes to go here, second half, Section 5 Class B title game. Steve Bradley along with Pete Bell. And Victor and Canandaigua, a classic matchup, classic rivals, and two of the top teams in Section 5 and New York State. Playing it down to see who will get the chance to advance to the Western Regionals at Saturday, 1 p.m. at Pittsford Sutherland High School. So Victor held a 2-goal lead at halftime, 5-3. They've played even in the second half, 2-2. And, Pete, you've said throughout the second half of the game, if it gets to be a 3-goal margin, that changes a little bit. So there's a key possession for both sides.
That last pipe was so big. So,
Right. Because it's a one goal game. You're going to the draw circle looking possibly for a tie, and instead you're playing defense to prevent going down 3. And
you almost feel like they got a hold here. You either need a big save or a turnover.
Maya Herman matched up with Eva Pronte, done a great job all night. Pronte, leading scorer in Section 5, does have 2 goals, but she's worked very hard for both of them.
Yeah, but they'll hold her to 2 goals, right? Pretty.
There's 3 players in this game with 2 goals. Pronte, Libby Boland, and Liv Shore for Canandaigua. So here we go. Victor Blue Devils.
Be interesting to see how long they wait to attack. I mean, there's that fine line between, if you're Canandaigua, when do you press out? When do, still a lot of time left.
Yeah, 8 minutes and 17 seconds. And headed towards 8 minutes, there's Madison Mabbitt with a cut inside, pull it back out to DeRosa. And DeRosa, to me, Pete, has been one of the more impressive players tonight. She's just done a great job as calming influence for that Victor offense. And Amber DeRosa headed to Villanova next year.
Well, it's just smart with the ball, right? And that's key, playing smart.
So Eva Pronte will restart for the Blue Devils. Here comes the double team, moves it up top to DeRosa. To Olivia Bruno. And the patience here by Victor is good too. They're not forcing anything, but I think, like you said, if they see a cutter or they see something that's wide open, I think that you take that and try to get that 3-goal lead back.
Yeah, here comes some pressure out.
So are they looking to run maybe a cutter off a double screen down low, or what do we see with the setup?
Well, it looks like they're pressuring behind. They're not really getting it behind. But see, when you press out like that, if you beat that defender, that gives you so much space. Do you know what I mean? Then the slide comes and you create that draw and dump. So it's tough without a shot clock in these games. I mean, it's advantage offense, right?
Yep. Under 7 minutes to go here in just a fantastic Section 5 Class B title game. Victor holding a 7-5 lead over two-time defending champion and rival Canandaigua. Blue Devils seeking that first Section 5 title since 2016. Braves looking to win their 3rd straight, 2019. No tournament, obviously, in 2020 because of COVID, and 2021 champs. And I think definitely there might have been some space there, but Victor's definitely being very selective in its opportunities. Pronte goes to goal, dumps in front. Mabbitt stopped by Cross.
There's the turnover. All right, it was a great look. Like I said, they created that draw, that dump. They got a great look. That was an awesome turnover. 6:12 left.
6:12 left here in the Section 5 Class B championship game here at East Rochester. With that, we will take a quick break here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
When you can bank on the go, anywhere you go, knowing that answers to your questions are just a phone call away, and that there's a friendly face to guide you when you need it, we think you're going to like it, because it's banking that fits your life. With all the technology you need, backed by service you can trust. Banking on the go, from people that you know. That's Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. Investing.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
Welcome back to East Rochester High School in the Section 5 Class B championship game. Steve Bradley alongside Pete Bell. 6:12 to play. Victor leads Canandaigua 7-5. Pete, Victor just turned the ball over. Canandaigua will have the ball in its end, looking to find a way to get the pull within one. Take us through the mindset of these final 6 minutes from both sides if you can, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, there's still plenty of time for Canandaigua to be patient, find that right look. That was big. We just talked about it. Sometimes you get that look as an offensive player and you catch that ball and your back is to the goalie. It's kind of a weird angle. Goalie was in great position there, and it created that turnover. So they got to pull the whole field here to get it. You take for granted that they're going to get that clear in too,
Really, you
so
can't take nothing for granted, right?
Hopefully Coach was talking about getting a great ride in here and possibly creating a turnover.
But what about Maggie Cross tonight? She has probably prevented this from being – it's a 2-goal game. It very easily could be a 5-goal game.
Yeah, for sure.
She has definitely been a standout, and Coach Davis is very, very high on her potential at this level and beyond. And Canandaigua does get the clear. Still seeing some double teams up top. Haven't really been – there's a loose ball in the defensive end. Scramble for a 50-50. It's picked up by Victor. What a hustle play. What a great play there.
Well, defender stepped in.
Yeah.
Wow.
I believe that was Grace Callahan. I couldn't tell if it was a 2 or 7, and I didn't want to give credit to the wrong player. But that is just fantastic hustle. It could be a game-changing play.
We alluded to the ride, right? You take for granted that you're going to clear the ball, and look what happened. So, I mean, wow.
And Canandaigua did get it over, but they never got established, and that backward pass led to the turnover. And Victor, with 5 minutes to play and a 2-goal lead, sets up in the offensive third against the Canandaigua defense.
Not a lot of turnovers in this game either, and that was a big one for sure.
Sometimes these games don't live up to the hype and the excitement. This one is.
No, great game. Great game. The last, this is going to be interesting here.
And, you played, your dad helped start the program at MCC back in 1970, so lacrosse has been in your family's blood for 50 years. 4 minutes and 34 seconds. What's the offensive mindset here?
Listen, I'm running clock. I hate to say that because I'm a big, I love that college implemented.
Oh, the
goalie
they're pulling
coming
the goalie.
off.
So there's
so
Bruno's shot score.
Well, he took a chance.
Yeah.
And listen, if not anything, the mindset of that is you got a chance to get the ball back. I mean, they could have ran the clock, right? So pulling that goalie, quick goal, you're still only down 3, right? So there's your strategy.
So
right.
we see Cross running off.
Yeah.
Olivia Bruno has the ball
immediately
about the 15-yard line, takes a couple of steps,
Yep.
gets inside the 10 with a great bounce shot. Sometimes it's harder to hit the empty cage.
For sure. And Victor could have done 2 things, either what they did or they could have just kept running clock. But they would have had that extra defender in there, could have created a turnover. God, it's such a tough call. So, but gives Canandaigua an opportunity to get it right now.
Right, so, and Coach Davis has said that he knows that his team has nothing to lose, and sometimes you take that gamble, and you're right. You get the ball back, you got a 50-50 on the draw.
I think they were running clock. I think they were not going to, try to drive. There it is. Oh, got it.
Controlled by Kraus.
Wow.
But the one thing that we've seen in the last few minutes too, Pete, is the aggressive nature of the Victor defense. Some of these traps on this ride is just, and over the course of 50 minutes, it can wear you down. And I think we saw the wet field right there a little bit too. As Kraus went to stop and slid a little bit, but now she's surrounded by 5 Blue Devils. And it's a timeout Canandaigua. 3:45 to play here in the Section 5 Class B championship game. The top-seeded Victor Blue Devils lead Canandaigua 8-5. We will take a quick break, and we will be right back on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for for New York high school sports.
Welcome back to East Rochester High School in the Section 5 Class B championship game. Steve Bradley alongside Roberts Wesleyan women's assistant coach Pete Bell. 3:45 to play. Canandaigua trails 8-5. Braves ball, Pete, 3:45 to go. Obviously, they need to score. If you're Coach Ronnie Davis, what kind of play are you drawing up here?
Well, you got to draw up your best play, right? Whatever you got in your bag of tricks to get that quick goal. I think the quicker they score here, the better, right? You try to catch Victor napping maybe a little bit inside the possession here and get it within 2 with 3 minutes maybe and change left, right? So let's see.
So no hesitation, but you don't want to rush.
We're still taking for granted. They got to get that. I mean, Victor's tenacious on this ride. So
yeah, Abby Harrod gets away from the double team, which almost turns into a triple team. She's into the Victor zone, going right down the middle. Harrod's got space.
Right through. Oh,
shoots high, but it is backed up by Kohler Neiman. Canandaigua will maintain the ball, especially in the unsettled. That's just a race and desire, right?
Yeah. That's smart, too. I mean, a lot of times you take that shot, nobody's back, it's goalie's ball.
Headed towards 3 minutes to play. Hannah Davis for the Braves. Down by 3, looking for an opportunity to pull within 8-6 of the Victor Blue Devils. Hannah Davis, the sophomore, top of the circle. Maybe they're looking to draw the foul in the 8-meter, Pete.
Yep.
Davis looking, cuts toward goal, goes in. Ball is knocked away, but a foul is called.
Got it.
3 minutes on the button when that was called.
Same hash. Last shot was a nice bouncer. What she got here, lefty on lefty.
Well, and here's the thing to remember: the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So even though that was called 15 seconds ago, this play is going to take 30 seconds probably.
Yeah.
It's going to be about 2:30 left. Whatever happens here, so the need to score quick, it's imperative. Hannah Davis
got to have it.
Lines it up, goes in. Oh, faked the bounce and went high. Cleared, scooped up the ground ball by Victor. And the Blue Devils are headed towards midfield and the opening third, or the offensive third. Look at that speed there by Amber DeRosa.
Hard to tell what happened on that finish there. Whether it got tipped out, but
or if she lost the ball a little bit on the stick.
It looked like maybe she was pulling back.
And she had that beautiful 8-meter goal a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And
the setup was there. It looked like she had steps and she had an opportunity. I can't tell if it just cradled out or the defender got a little piece, but they're really going to have to press out now and try to get the ball.
Yep, less than 2 minutes to go here as Olivia Bruno has the ball behind the net. Victor obviously willing to take its time and let the clock be its ally here. Canandaigua will turn up the pressure defense. If you're the Blue Devils,
you got to lock off and take away the adjacents, take away the next girl. And it's so hard to do because these kids are so athletic and they're just running by and you get so gassed,
And you've got the leading scorer
like right
in
now,
Section 5,
so
Ava Pronti with the ball.
Yeah, she's so athletic. Feet are so good. You can't really throw a double, so just run away from it. So
if you're Victor, you're where you want to be as we approach the 1 minute mark.
There goes 2. Call the timeout.
Timeout.
You almost got to throw 2 out. You use the goaltender as that 8th defender, right? And it's so hard to get that ball back.
Yeah, 104 here to play, Pete. I think we'll keep it here. I heard that horn, and with what we've been through tonight, I was just hoping that it wasn't lightning. And we've had such a beautiful night of lacrosse. Our first game, Palmyra Macedon rallies to beat Aquinas in the last minute. Here we've got Victor and Canandaigua, 2 of the premier programs. And 8-5, Coach Davis down 3 goals. You got to throw double, triple. What's the talk in the Canandaigua?
Yeah, I think that's all you can try to do. And like we were just talking about, it's so hard to get possession back when you're playing that type of defense because you get gassed. Everybody's out running, and it's so hard. Again, advantage who? We've been talking about it all night. Advantage to the offense. So you just hope and pray for a turnover or, maybe it cradles out of her stick or some, But, you can take your goaltender out, use her as that, like I said, as that 8th defender and try to double the ball. But this is going to be a tall task for Canandaigua. But, man, anything can happen.
Right, 3 goals in a minute, not impossible. But, this has been a long time coming for this group at Victor, too. This senior class obviously very talented, and you look at the colleges that players are going to: Duke, Michigan, Virginia,
and
Villanova.
Listen,
and they have players going to colleges that don't see the field a lot too.
Yeah, it's very high. I've loved it. Even, the first game too. Watching, I caught almost all the second half. It was a great. You hate to see anybody lose that game, really.
Right, like midfielder Alexander Finicherro and Ella Pierpont, they're going to Mercyhurst and Lemoyne, two of the best Division II
D2, baby. It's great lacrosse.
It is, and you get the opportunity to coach it. I get the opportunity to watch it, and it's a lot of fun. But with a minute and 4 here to go, double team set up on Devin Livingston.
There it is.
And
goalie's out.
The Victor's just going to play keep away for the next 58 seconds, and then hoping that they call and get the fire truck escort back to school.
Right.
Devin Livingston using her speed and quickness, and I did talk with Coach Frunze about the conditioning and her background as a college coach and the number of college players. She coaches that, and she says they hate the conditioning when they do it, but they see the benefits.
It shows up. For sure. I mean, nobody likes to be conditioned, right? But it, in games like this, it really,
it speaks to the commitment of the players and the program and the team. And Devin Livingston, the sophomore with a lot of speed, and just drew a foul there. Time continues to
this is
away.
Tough on the the defending team here.
Canandaigua played a fantastic game.
It's frustrating too. Oh, first they really did. I mean, they really did. They had a bunch of opportunities to cut it within one and just couldn't get there. But, man, they played great. It's a young, like you alluded to, it's a young team.
Yeah, Devin Livingston, the sophomore,
be back.
For Victor, headed towards cage. She shoots and she scores, and it's 9-5 Victor, and that might just be the call for the fire trucks for the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
They might be able to warm up the engines and get that escort to school. But Livingston did all the work here, Pete. Still beats 3 players to get to the open net and to put this one on ice. Just the speed.
I mean, again, just the rollback. I mean, it's just you're defending stick, and then you step and you roll back, and it's almost impossible to defend it, especially with no goaltender.
9-5. Blue Devils 16.1 seconds away from that Section 5 Class B championship. Victor won 3 straight championships from 2014, 2015, and 2016. And I think we're 16 seconds away from adding 2022 to that list. We got another horn. Is that in a timeout? Timeout, Victor. So, Pete, this might just be a chance to maybe get some of the other players in the game.
Some players in, it could be, yeah.
And Coach Frunze talked about that too. There's a lot of players that make this team better by their effort every day in practice, and to give them a shout out, is just, Eileen Kopp, Abby Langan, and Alex Finicherro. They come to practice every day, and these players, if they were on other teams, they would get more time. They would be more familiar names, but they're dedicated to program, and
Well, that's a testament to the coaches too, to have these kids buy in and believe that every player has a role, because they do. So. That's a nice gesture if she's going to get some of these kids in, and well deserved, right?
It is, and we had a 2-goal game at halftime, and really it came down to the final 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that there was a pipe, right? Abby Harrod hit a pipe when it was 7-5.
That was it. I mean, to me, it was that pipe, and that would have got within 1.
That would have been
right?
7-6.
7-6, and then who knows? But that's the name of the game, right? I think you can take 1 or 2 or 3 plays out of any game, but.
So here we are at draw circle. I believe it's still Devin Livingston and Abby Harrod. They've gone at it all night in a great battle. Ball is going to go over to Victor, and
that'll do it.
Time is going to run out here. The Victor Blue Devils send the ball down the field and mob each other near their own goal. For the first time since 2016, the Victor Blue Devils are Section 5 Class B lacrosse champions. 9-5 victory over Canandaigua, and the number 2 team in the country comes through in the clutch to deliver a title to a town that wins a lot of championships. Another great moment for Victor Sports. Athletic Director Dewey Weimer has a super program down there. And Pete, gallant effort by Canandaigua tonight. A young team that lost 6-2 a month ago, and they were there until the final
They were
5
right
minutes.
there, and you know, these kids will learn. You know, we talk about sometimes as a coach, you talk about, you know, lessons, not losses. So, you know, there's a lot to be taken away from this game, and you know, next year's a long ways away, but there's a lot to take into it, and these kids will grow and learn from them, and I'll be surprised if they're not back. So they fought tooth and nail with and like you said, number 2 team in the country, right? So great game, outstanding game.
They did. And what do you think? We talk about the pipe being a turning point, but what were the difference makers for Victor? What were the Blue Devils able to do specifically in the second half to maintain and then eventually build on their lead?
Well, goaltending had a lot to do with it. I think defensively they're 1v1. Both sides, for that matter, played really well. I think they had the ball more. I think, you know, we talked about it in the first half too. I think Canandaigua played a little more defense than they wanted to play. It seemed maybe a little faster, like you alluded to the conditioning, their legs maybe a little bit towards the end, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't such a stretch that it was that much of a difference. But
no, but it just looked like that when they needed to be able to make that trap and get that turnover, they had the energy to do it.
Yeah.
And I know both teams emptied the tank out there, and Coach. And the other thing I think that we really need to mention is that these teams are rivals in high school, but so many of these girls play together on club teams and they're friends that, you know, there's so much respect amongst the players, the parents, the coaches, and that, you know, I know that Ronnie Davis, who is a club coach, said that, you know, whatever happened, he was going to have hugs of joy and tears of sadness.
Well, listen, it's you know, between the lines, you know, when the clock's running, it's one thing, but afterwards, I mean, they're all kids, and they're great kids, and it's such a great game, and you know, I'm sure these coaches and these kids definitely understand that. That's what makes it so cool. That you know, it's such a close knit lacrosse community. I think everybody knows everybody. You know, whether it's the men's, the women's side, somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. Right. So, you know, and you, I'm sure you'll see those hugs, and you'll see that. I mean, there's definitely just, you can see it right there.
Yeah, Hannah Davis and Ava Pesamenti. And you see that, and you know, in a time where sometimes the bad sportsmanship is outlined, you'd love to see the good sportsmanship. And really, if you could, if you went through that handshake line right now, you probably could count more hugs than handshakes because of the respect on both sides and the programs here. And you know, Victor, you know, sometimes, you know, talent and experience, it can be a lethal combination and it can get you a lot of those results.
Yep, a lot of positives Canandaigua can take from this game. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see Victor moving on here, how they do. And, man, who knows, right? State title possibly.
Here they come in a long-awaited and celebration. And, you know, there's a lot of smiles on those Blue Devil faces. And, you know, you mentioned, Pete, now they have – last year, the last stop was the sectional finals, and it was a game played on Canandaigua's home field. Yeah. Victor won 9-7. Canandaigua won 9-7. These Blue Devils win 9-5, and 9-5 might even speak to their work ethic, right? They had a lunch bucket mentality. Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock, they're going to be playing a representative from Buffalo at Pittsford Sutherland. And with the opportunity this year, I mean, I'm sure you can't win a state title without winning a sectional title first. Yep. They crossed that list off, and you got to think that this team has the depth and the talent to challenge for that. You know, given a ton of talent on Long Island and other places, but this Victor team is going to be fun to follow.
Well, hopefully they get to that point where you're able to see, and it's so, you know, it's a testament to Section 5 too, how, you know, we're able to compete. You know, with those teams, because that's you know, the mecca is Long Island. So if an upstate can compete and win downstate, it's always cool.
And we're going to recap our final score here. The Victor Blue Devils win the Section 5 Class B championship, 9-5. And I believe we're going to turn things over to our public address announcer, PJ, for our post-game ceremony. Take it away, PJ.
Class B Coach of the Year. This award is sponsored by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. As voted on by their coaching peers in Section 5, Girls Lacrosse, this year's Class B Co-Coaches of the Year is Nikki Frunze from Victor and Anthony Yanda from Our Lady of Mercy. We will now present each athlete from the Canandaigua Braves with their finalist medallions provided by Section 5 and a stitch bag provided by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. Number 1, Hannah Davis. Number 2, Abby Hurrah. Number 3, Lola Shore. Number 4, Maya Herman. Number 5, Kohler Neiman. Number 6, Eliza Blazak. Number 7, Rachel Bennett. Number 8, Olivia Shore. Number 9, Ruby Ignite. Number 11, Abby Kanjemi. Number 12, Devin French. Number 13, Jess Andrews. Number 16, Rachel Adams. Number 18, Lily Shaw. Number 19, Rose Hagney. Number 20, Caroline Little. Number 22, Nola Weaver. Number 23, Stella Sapowski. Number 25, McKenna Kraus. And number 32, Maggie Cross. I apologize, I don't have a roster for the remaining girls on the Canandaigua Braves. And now to present the athletes from the champion Victor Blue Devils with their champion medallion, plaques, and t-shirt provided Section 5 and a half provided by Canandaigua National Bank and Trust. Number 1, Ava Pronti. Number 2, Grace Callahan. Number 3, Alexandra Panaccio. Number 4, Elena Andre. Number 5, Libby Boland. Number 6, Sloan Carr. Number 7, Leela Warner. Number 8, Lily Morrell. Number 9, Eileen Kopp. Number 10, Caitlin Keenan. Number 11, Devin Livingston. Number 12, Lexi Jones. Number 13, Amber DeRosa. Number 14, Morgan Livingston. Number 15, Marin Savage. Number 16, Madison Maida. Number 17, Abby Langan. Number 19, Bryn Gotham. Number 20, Julia Bruno. Number 21, Olivia Bruno. Number 22, Ella Pierpont. Number 23, Maya Pronti. Number 24, Ava Pesamenti. Number 25, Kennedy Shotland. Number 26, Ryan Savage. Number 27, Julia Sedoma. Number 32, Abby Murphy. Number 33, Maggie Allen. And number 34, Paige Hirsch. Canandaigua National Bank and Trust is the sponsor of our all-tournament team, the Class B all-tournament team members for the 2022 season. From Brighton, Lexi Atwater. And from Irondequoit, Maeve Brennan. From Canandaigua, Olivia Shore. From Canandaigua, Abby Hurrah. From Victor, Grace Callahan. From Victor, Devin Livingston. And our Class B most valuable player is Ava Pronti from the Victor Blue Devils. At this time, we ask that the coaches and the captains from the champion Victor Blue Devils come up forward to accept their 2022 Section 5 Class B Championship Trophy. Once again, congratulations to all the student athletes and coaches who participated in tonight's game.